All right, guys, hopefully you can hear me, but today we have the Skyline out here, and we're going to go ahead and put a couple more parts on there because it is just not doing well on the cell part. So instead of waiting for it to sit around and not do anything with it, you know what? We're going to keep adding mods to it. I don't know if you saw last time, but we put an intercooler on it, a Blitz SE intercooler, and it's working really great. Overall, the car is looking really good. And I got to give a shout out to all my Aussies out there because you guys have been so informative. Here in the United States, it's hard to get good information from people who are not already big time YouTubers and don't even want to give half the time to someone small like me. But, you know, shout out to you Australians. If you're from Australia, please put down in the comments where you're from and if you heard of me or if you talked to me about it, because you guys have been great. And on top of that, if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe and hit that like button. It helps this channel out a lot. As you see, I have this car. I have the GR Supra over there. This camera setup is actually on my Mark IV Supra, but today's focus is the Skyline. So let's just go into it and see what we're going to add to it now. So first on the docket is this Nismo shaded corner lamp cover. It's going to replace the orange ones that we have here already, giving it more of a, you know, updated style. Plus, I think one of the bulbs on one of the sides are good, and it comes with a replacement bulb, so it's going to be great to fix that problem. Next, we have more Nismo items. We have the pillar garnish. It's going to bring that carbon fiber out. I'll go ahead and open it up. That way you can see. And of course, we got people coming around. I don't know what they're doing, but this is what it looks like right here. Hopefully you can see on camera. Beautiful carbon fiber, this Nismo, and we'll go ahead and install that today as well. Put it back in the protective cover until we're ready. Next, we do have, you know, I don't know how to say it. Tsurikawa. I wish I could pronounce this, but this will be going in on the passenger side of the Skyline because, you know, we be rebels around here driving a Japanese car in the United States, you know what I mean? So we got to represent our bad boyness. And then last, these have been sitting in my garage for quite some time. I was kind of off put for underglow ever since I put the LED glow on the GR Supra, and it didn't work out at all. Replaced the lights a couple times. Didn't want to keep working, so I just, you know, I didn't like them. But after seeing them for a low price of $125 at a car show that I went to, I was like, you know what, why not? And we're going to go ahead and outfit it on the Skyline because I think the Skyline being silver and having blue underglow would look really cool. Kind of give some of that, you know, Too Fast, Too Furious vibes. And so we got it from Top HIDs, and you can see that they have their socials here, so you can follow them, check them out. I'm going to experiment. Now, I can't guarantee, no, scratch that. I'm not going to put this on today, but this will be in another video because this is a little bit more time consuming where I had to get underneath the vehicle, and I just don't have time for that right now. But everything else we do, so let's just get into everything else. Okay, so first, before we get started putting the garnish on, there's something we need to address. It's not the most secure thing in the world right now, so I'm going to use a little, you know, double-sided 3M tape to secure it down because the back piece is not working really well. So if I put this on there, it should secure it just a little bit better. And then we also have to take care of this old adhesive that is up here before we put the beautiful new garnish on. That way there's no, you know, bulging out or unevenness. So let's go ahead and take care of some of that right now. Okay, so I cleaned it off as best as I could. I no longer feel anything, and so I already cleaned it off as much as I could, but you know, with being outside and everything, we still get a little bit of contaminants, but it doesn't feel like anything on there. So we're gonna go ahead and just put this along to see how it look. Make sure it's lined up, and a little preview how it goes, and let's just stick it on. Whew. Okay, all right, so looks like we got done with this side. I did run into some small issues because the adhesive got to the center first before I was able to lay it down, so I had to take the adhesive that came with it and put some different 3M tape, but I think it still came out pretty good. It's sticking really well, and with it against the sun, hopefully that'll help it heave a little bit more. It looks on straight, at least to the naked eye. From far away, it looks good. So even up close, I can hardly tell. I might just scoot it over just a little bit more, but that's not going to bother me so much. And then people shouldn't be able to see it that bad. We'll know, but done with that side. All right, now we got the other one done. That's what it looks like. From afar, it doesn't look too bad. Just don't get too close. I've never been good at putting stuff like that on, so I rarely do stuff like that. So anyway, all right, next we'll go ahead and change those out. They're really old and faded, and I think these clear ones are going to give it a lot of character, so let's get to that. All right, so I switched to my screwdriver. Try not to mess up the paint here. I know you just got to pop it off, but sometimes easier said than done. Put a shirt around it just to try to protect the paint a little bit. Oh, that is not what we wanted to do. I guess when they painted it. There we go. Well, oh, okay. There's no bulb in it. Where's the wire at? Okay, so that's why it wasn't working. There's no bulb, and I cracked it. So cool. All right, so let's try to fish that out and see what's going on. All right, so after looking around, feeling around, there is nothing here. There's no wire hanging out in order to connect this. So I guess whoever had this last decided that, you know, either something went wrong with it, or I can't explain it, but they went ahead and removed the wires and the connection. So we're just going to run this side and the other side without it being connected and just having it for the looks. So we'll go ahead and do that now. We'll match up with the one. So it's going to be that one. So we'll go ahead and just install it anyway. Boom, just like that. It's clear. Doesn't work, but it's clear. Same for this side. We'll go ahead and get it from behind. Looks like it was already cracked over here, so I didn't do that one. Ah, see? So that's what it's supposed to look like with the connection right there. But unfortunately, since the other one's not working, we don't want it to mismatch. So we're gonna go ahead and run it without the lights. So all right, so I have the wires on there. I'm just going to go ahead and remove the bulb out of there. Looks like it was pretty good still. So that must have been the side that actually worked. But let's go ahead and install it without the bulb, just so it's uniformed. Popped in. There it is. All right, last but not least, we have you know, this decorative ring, because I'm not even going to say that word right there. I already tried, so let's just get this on. I believe we got to get a small little Phillips that we can unscrew it, and then we'll put it here and then re-screw it on. So let's do that. So I'll put it up. A little preview of how it's going to look right there. I don't know if you're saying it's going to like that because she's got to constantly move it out of the way, but you know what? She'll have something cool to hold on to instead of this one right here. All right, so there we have it. All three pieces. We have the smoked out indicator lights. We put in the rail system thing, and then we got the carbon fiber. You know, just adding some small little touches to it. I like the way it came out. It looks good, despite the smoke indicators not working because whoever had it last cut that wire. But I think it looks great. All right, so that's it for this one. I think the smoke indicator lights came out really well. I'm so about that carbon fiber garnish. I may remove them and then redo it again just until I'm satisfied. But they're passable. I like it. And of course, the inside of the car, the rail to hold on to, I think it looked pretty cool. I was thinking about putting it in the back, but I know that thing is going to scrape everywhere because this thing is already low as it is. But the next episode, we should be putting the underglow lights on the Skyline to give it that cool Fast and Furious look. Don't miss out on that one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe once again. And we'll see you on the next one.